shorter. Bella is 18 years old and is a writer for the teen sex education magazine Sex, Etc. She's here today to discuss slut shaming, sex negative messages, and rape culture. Hey.
What's up?
Something isn't feeling right. My name is Bella. I am 18 years old, and all I want out of life is Chipotle and cunnilingus. What I do not want out of life is rape. This attire? Not asking for rape. I am a femme, sex-positive feminist, and a writer for the teen sex education magazine Sex, Etc. You can find me on Facebook at Bella Meow, Tumblr, of course, at Feminist Fashionista. I am here today to discuss slut shaming, sex negative messages, and rape culture with my first published piece from Sex, Etc. Slut shaming. The first time I was slut shamed was in the 2nd grade. This behavior is so pervasive in our society to the point that even I'm guilty of slut-shaming many people many times. In reality, this behavior is not only harmful to the recipient, but to society as well. Why is it that childhood skirts are open invitations for sexual harassment at the mere height of 4 feet tall? Slut-shaming is the practice of shaming, victimizing, and or attacking one's self-expression by the way the shamer perceives it to be inappropriately sexual. When slut-shaming, we're immediately putting down anyone who chooses to express their sexuality in a way which we may disagree with. Consider a slut. Does this meet your criteria of a slut? Here at Slutwalk DC, and everywhere else for that matter, I encourage everybody to embrace and reclaim their inner slut. But slut-shaming is when I do not welcome that word. When I do not welcome it, you shame and condescend me for my sexuality. You are then implying that sexuality is taboo, that we, in 2012, cannot talk about sex. When we slut-shame, even in the most lighthearted of humor, we're telling people that it's not okay to be comfortable with yourself. In 2002, Cody Braxton was the first to slut-shame me. He looked up my favorite skirt. When I asked him about what he did, he nonchalantly said to me, "Well, you were the one that wore the skirt." While he didn't directly call me a slut or mention anything that's specific to my sexuality, he was implying that wearing a skirt is inherently sexual. And then he blamed me for it. His explanation made me blame myself. In 2003, when I was 8, a 9-year-old neighborhood boy regularly harassed me at the bus stop. When I confronted his mother about his behavior, she simply told me that he probably just has a crush on you, or he's just teasing you, and my personal favorite, boys will be boys. His mother, a fellow female, she could have been me. She grew up on this apathy. His mother evolved from feeling apathy to delivering it. A man who does not accept a no in a non-sexual situation is a lot more likely to not accept a no in a sexual situation as well. Her apathy was trivializing his harassment. No matter how many times I said no to him, his behavior was cute and his behavior was okay. But I'm sick of this apathy. I am sick of people excusing rapists and abusers and assaulters. I am sick of people saying it's okay to slut shame and not having any problems with it. I am sick of victims having to feel shame and tiptoe on broken glass, because you know who should feel shame? Rapists! You know who should be tiptoeing on broken glass? Rapists! The effect of slut-shaming, direct or indirect, is huge. The awful truth is that many people still see attacks of slut-shaming the way I did when I was 7. When being slut-shamed by another, many people are apathetic. Many people are okay with it. Some even laugh along. When slut-shaming another person themselves, they find it funny or lighthearted. Why are people this way? I'd like to think it's because they don't realize what effect slut-shaming can have. They often don't realize slut-shaming when it's being done to them. Were it not for my fiery feminism or my love of sociology, I would probably be okay with slut-shaming too. What's most wrong about this all, however, is that it's not our fault for feeling this way towards slut-shaming, and it's really not our fault for feeling this way about slut-shaming others. This behavior isn't just hurting other people, it's hurting you. It's hurting me, your mother, your cousin. It's hurting everyone. By classifying all sex as bad sex, we're shaming others out of taking pride in their sexuality, whatever way it is that they choose to express it. Slut-shaming, at its very core, is a sex-negative message, which can cause us to keep people from asking questions about sex and communicating with their sexual partners. These sex-negative messages are shaming sexuality the exact same way that we have shamed sluts. As a result, we're discouraging sex-positive messages, which in turn leads to people participating in safer sex. Now, how does slut-shaming and sex-negative messages contribute to rape culture? There is really no better way to explain this sentiment than to quote the blog Sex Positive Activism. Sex-negative messages don't keep people from having sex. They keep people from having good sex. They keep people from having pride in their sexuality, from sexual self-awareness. They keep people from asking questions about sex and communicating with their partners. Sex-negative messages discourage experimentation. By framing all sex as this undifferentiated mass of bad, the lines between consensual sex and rape are blurred. Can you believe that it's been almost a year since the shaming policy of don't ask, don't tell has been overturned? Alyssa Royce proposes a new policy in her TED Talk, Ask and Tell. She says that other people's sexual behavior has no impact on us, so why should we engage in slut-shaming behavior or sex-shaming behavior? Within our own comfort, let's ask questions about sex and let's tell our answers. Ask and tell. Let's be open about sex and talk about all the various aspects of it. Using my second grade example, we can tell that shaming is an outward experience, an external force, something that is almost impossible for us to have control over. Perhaps if we start viewing our own sexuality as normal, maybe we can become more accepting of others. It's a long, hard road, I'll admit, but wouldn't it be worth it? Wouldn't it be worth it to have sex positivity in this society? Wouldn't it be worth it to stop and examine how our sex-negative and slut-shaming behavior could affect others? How it could affect ourselves? I'd like to think so. And I don't think there is a better place to start doing this than at the Slutwalk DC 2012. Thank you.